My battery life sucks on this camera. But let's just chat a little bit, shall we? Talk a little bit about something that is known as suffering. Everyone suffers in times of war or calamity or natural disasters like Hurricane Sandy killed me. Everyone suffers together. That's nice to know. You're not alone, because no matter how lonely you are, you're never alone. No matter how far the dark ripples of pain might spread, suffering is always individual. So we all experience suffering in different ways and to our own degree. We feel it inside as a wound to ourselves, but outside it is invisible. We can't show this wound to everyone else. We only can live through the terrible experience of grief and depression and a sense of loss that overwhelms you so much that nothing else matters. I've been there one too many times. Suffering can often be defined as the pain that makes life seem meaningless. Animals suffer, of course, and often deeply. Some are capable of mourning for their kind if it dies. That, my friends, is very interesting. I didn't know that. Humans, however, are subject to complex inner pain that includes fear, guilt, shame, grief, rage, and hopelessness. It is an illusion to think that our society was immune to suffering. That illusion abruptly burst on September 11th. So, yeah, okay, so all I could do was reflect on my own experiences with grief. Hold each other, I offered. Don't be afraid to ask for contact. Reach out and tell your loved ones that you do love them. Don't let it be taken for granted. Feel your fear. Be with it and allow it to be released naturally. Pray, grieve with others if you can, alone if you must. These are simple basic remedies for dealing with shock, but numbness and tears led to the second stage, in which powerful emotions arise to the surface, often after being buried for years or decades. All around me, I felt rage and sorrow starting to erupt. People began to say that they were deeply afraid in a way that they had never experienced before. And now the most common incidents, the slam of a door, the car backfiring, a surprise tap on the shoulder can trigger panic. And in the days of anxiety began and spread like a contagion. The third stage of suffering comes when you feel that you must take action either to heal or to strike out against the attacker or to lend a hand to other victims. Many possibilities unfold. Some choices keep suffering going. Others alleviate it. Before talking about the deep root of suffering, we must pause over the choices that everyone makes when the stage 3 begins. And this is in the deeper wound, recovering the soul and fear. So, I'm getting there, peoples. Okay. Ooh. It says, I know the day will come when my sight of this world shall be lost. Life will take its leave in silence, drawing the last curtain before my eyes. Yet stars will shine at night and mornings rise as before, and hours will still have like sea waves. And hours will still heave like sea waves, casting pleasures and pain. When I think of this end of my moments, I bury for the moment breaks, and I see by the light of death your world with its careless treasures. Rare is its midst of lives, rare is its lowest seat. Things that I long for in vain, and things that I got, let them pass. Let me but truly process the things that I ever spurned and overlooked. So hold each other in loving awareness. Speak gently. Resist viewing negative images over and over again. Walk away when a conversation contains negativity. Keep your life as structured as possible. This is especially true when dealing with children in the aftermath of tragedy. Try, excuse me, to not be alone. Eat meals as a family. Allow your friends to offer consolation, even when being around others may be painful. Forgive yourself when you feel like a victim, but take steps to grow out of being a victim. Allow for someone else's point of view. It is difficult to express your inner pain as, and we all do it imperfectly. What seems like anger and frustration from others is often the best they can do. Once the acute stages of grief have passed, your sense of suffering may be subtle, like a gray fog, rather than a sharp physical wound. In this case, it is important to do more than strive to regain a sense of normalcy. The absence of acute suffering means that you are ready to start fulfilling your most fundamental needs once more, such as the need for safety, the need to belong, the need to be acknowledged by others, the need to matter, the need to express yourself freely, the need for love. In their innocence, children will tell you outright what they need, but as we become adults, we learn to mask our emotions. I assume and startled some years back when I saw so there was a kid, he was around like 6 years old, and the parents were ignoring him. When suddenly the boy said in a loud voice, "You aren't loving me enough right now." Whoo! So, even though your ego may cry out as if you are, sorry. Even though your ego may cry out as if you are in pain, you need to look further. Offering help to other ends to your isolation, a primary source of your pain. How can I get rid of this terrible pain in my heart? It must. Oh, it has been with me for 20 years, ever since I lost my child. You have to stop thinking of it as your pain. I expected her to look shocked or offended. Stupid phone. What crossed her face was an instant puzzled look, as if she knew that something was true, had to be hinted at. My pain? Of course it's mine. Who else could it belong to? What if the pain that seems to be yours really is not yours? And here, I do not mean to belittle personal suffering, but only to offer a larger perspective that may help you alleviate it. The truth is that fear and anger exist outside ourselves. They are not yours or mine unless we attract them. Negativity is an invisible parasite. It needs a host to feed off of, and the host is the ego. When we learned as young children to cling to a toy, cling to my toy, my candy, my pleasure, my happiness, at the same time your ego is starting to cling to the opposite. My scraped knee, my broken doll, my sadness, my pain, absorbing an experience as mine was how you built yourself up, developing a sense of, speaking of pain, individual identity. As we grew, we learned to see this self in a larger perspective, in the context of humanity. But when tragedy strikes, we often regard to this early state. That is fascinating. I think that is very fascinating, and I could go on, but this video is already like 12 minutes, so why bother? And it is 4:55, and I'm gonna be heading out soon. So, yeah. If you like any of this and you want to hear more, I'll be glad to share it with you. If not, then just enjoy this bit. But go ahead and take a moment. So, thanks everyone, oh my gosh, for watching this video. Maybe it helped you, maybe it didn't. Maybe you learned something new like I did about the animals, or something else. But yeah. Whee! Oh my. Alright. See you guys. Thanks for watching.